So, contract costing is a type of costing used in construction activities such as construction of buildings, roads, bridges, etc. The person who takes the contract for a price is called contractor, and the person from whom it is taken is called contractee. Means the contractor will do the work and contractee will pay after the contract is finished. And for the convenience, the books of account maintained by the contractor is called contract account. The items generally debited, materials, wages, establishment expenses and other expenses, depreciation of assets used in the contract will be debited in contract account. And accounts opening balance of assets and credit of closing balance of the same instead of depreciation wherever is convenient to do so. These are to be recorded. If any work certified, work uncertified, closing balances of stocks, material at site, these are to be recorded in the credit side of contract account. Now come to the part, some special items under contract accounting are explained, like one is subcontract. A big contract can be classified into small contract. Each individual small part is called a subcontract. Similarly, one particular item is architecture certificate and retention money. Means when we are manufacturing or we are constructing any particular building, bridge like this, an architecture is appointed there to verify how much percentage of work is completed and what certificate is given by the architecture. This is called architecture certificate, and that certificate includes all about the account relating to how much portion of work has already been completed by the contractor. And this is important for payment of cash. Cash received is the most important factor for every business. As the contractor is doing the work of construction, he will pay after the contract is finished. Somehow work is finishing. Likewise, the contractor will pay also the amount in a installment basis also. And retention money, retention means something is to be kept for the future. Means if any contractor has already done his duties, but somehow it is some future contingencies purposes, some amount, the total amount can't be paid by the contractee at a time. Some amount may be kept as a reserve which will be paid after some time, and if the contractor has not done the work properly, if there is some problems in the future, that retention money is the utilization purposes money that has to be kept before the payment is made to the contractor. Now there are some defective work also. Somehow contractors have done their work properly, but somehow there is some lacunas. There is some defective also. This is called defective work. Now come to the part escalation clause. It's the very most important item of contract accounting. Escalation clause means whenever you are doing some businesses, you are having some expenditures like variable expenditures, like some expenditures that let us one particular contract is taken in the month of January, and at that time prices of material as well as payment of wages to the laborers are, suppose I am taking the example of a payment of wages to the laborers. Let it be at the time of taking the contract in the month of January 2020, it was rupees 300 per day. But after 2 months, if government says that you have to increase the wages of the workers from 300 to 500, we should pay 500. But the contract price was fixed. Like suppose it may be 10 lakhs. If the contract price was 10 lakhs, and at that time, whenever the contractor was taking the contract, at that time the labor price was 300 per day. But now it is 500. If there is escalation clause, then only the contractor can claim for the rest of the amount. If there is no escalation clause, he can't recover the rest amount. Now come to work in progress. Work in progress, otherwise known as semi-finished goods, the work which has not 100% complete, these are known as work in progress. This is the under work in progress. Some important items are there: cost of work completed but not certified, cost of work completed both certified and uncertified, cost of work not yet complete, the amount of profit taken as credit. So these are so many items covered under work in progress. Now come to the most important part, profit on incomplete contract. Problems comes under in contract accounting paper. Problems comes from this particular area. profit on incomplete contract. Profit on incomplete contract means if any contract is not completed. If the contract is fully completed, means how much profit are achieved, which is the actual profit. If the contract is not 100% complete, at that time we have to calculate the percentage of work completion and how much percentage of profit is to be transferred to profit and loss account. So there are some categories. If the contract is less than 25% complete, got it? If the contract is less than 25% complete, we should suggest that contract is not as well as completed, it is just commenced. And in this particular case, no profit is to be transferred to profit and loss account. Okay. Now, next category is if the contract is more than 25% complete but less than 50% complete. In this case, percentage of profit means amount of profit transferred to PL account is 1/3 of the notional profit. So for that, formula applicable to transfer if the contract is more than 25% complete but less than 50% complete, it is absolutely 1/3 into notional profit into cash received by work certified. This much amount, how much amount will come from this particular area, this will be transferred to your PL account. Now come to the next category, third category, in which contract is more than 50% complete but less than 90% complete. In this case, 2/3 of the notional profit is to be transferred to PL account. The formula applicable for this case is 2/3 into notional profit into cash received by work certified. And the last category, the most important category, is if the contract is more than 90% complete but less than 99%. If it is 100%, there is no estimated profit or notional profit, it is actual profit. If it is more than 90% complete but less than 99%, there are some important formula applicable for individual contracts. Likewise, one particular formula is estimated profit into work certified by contract price. Another formula is estimated profit into work certified by contract price into cash received by work certified. This is the second most important formula which is applicable in maximum wage. Means the formula applicable for the contract which is 90% complete, more than 90% complete but less than 99%. The amount of profit transferred to this particular contract profit and loss account is estimated profit into work certified by contract price into cash received by work certified. How much amount will come from this particular formula? That much amount is to be transferred to PL account. But apart from this, another 2-3 formulas are also there, like estimated profit into total cost to date by total cost, which is given in the books also. Estimated profit into total cost to date by total cost into cash received by work certified. So there are so many important formulas for calculating if the contract is more than 90% complete and less than 99% complete. So this is all about the theoretical aspect of contract costing. Hope you all understand this particular video relating to contract costing, theoretical aspects of contract costing, how it is to be maintained in the books of the contractor. Contractor will open the contract account. Debit side contains all the expenditures relating to the contract like material aside, direct labor introduced, direct material introduced, so many other expenses, site expenses, assets, opening balances have to be recorded in the debit side. In credit side, closing balances of all these assets and material aside at the end, closing balance of stocks, work in progress, work certified, work uncertified. These have to be recorded in the credit side. Balancing figure of these account is, if the debit side is more than credit side, it will be absolutely notional profit. If the credit side is more than debit side, it is absolutely notional profit. If the debit side is more than credit side, it is absolutely notional loss. If there is notional profit, then only the next part is to be carried forward, that notional profit is to be there in the debit side. It will be transferred to the credit side by notional profit brought down. Then only some portion of profit is to be transferred, as like various formula I have already explained previously, that you have to put the formulas by seeing that how much percentage of work is completed and how to calculate percentage of work completion. Formula for calculating percentage of work completion is work certified divided by contract price into 100. This is the most important formula. If your contract is completed 25% or 50%, 75% or 92 or 99%, how much it will be? that you should know by applying the following formula: percentage of work completion each work certified by contract price into 100. First you calculate this, then only you can calculate applying the various formulas. Hope so you all should enjoy the video, should understand the video. Hope you all are in safe and your family are also in safe in this pandemic situation. I am trying my best to suggest and to encourage you that in this COVID-19 situation you all are in your home, and you should learn, you should study. Don't waste your time, because exam is coming and exam is knocking at your door. As and when notification will come, and you should enjoy and you should learn, you should study. Happy reading and best wishes. Thank you.